Yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Rocco Unfiltered. AC Milan once again with another underwhelming performance today, drawing Lazio 2-2 in the third match day of the Serie A season. Honestly, guys, I don't know where to begin with this club. Honestly, once again, AC Milan fail to win a game for the third match day in a row, and it has become extremely concerning, especially with how the way this club has been playing in the first three matches in the Paulo Fonseca era. Now, to say the least, guys, this is the biggest nightmare that I had when it came to hiring this manager under this management, okay? I think we all had these initial fears when Milan hired a guy like Paulo Fonseca who doesn't have a lot of credentials when it comes to winning, especially in the top flight of Europe, okay? When you had winning managers like Sergio Conceição, who has won multiple trophies at Porto, and you had a serial winner like Antonio Conte, who has won multiple Scudetti and a Premier League with Chelsea, you would really think that Milan's management, especially a guy like Jerry Cardinale, who says that they want to win a Scudetto every year, they want to win Champions Leagues every year, all this bullshit that he's feeding us, and then he goes and hires a guy like Paulo Fonseca. Really showing the fans, Jerry, your ambition, what you want to do with this club. It really shows. So, once again today, guys, we saw the underwhelming performance by Milan. And I have to say, the first half wasn't terrible, but it wasn't up to the standards that I feel AC Milan should be playing at. Especially after watching Inter dismantle Atalanta 4-0 yesterday and seeing Juventus win back-to-back games 3-0 under Thiago Motta. And they look fantastic, only giving up their first shot in the 82nd minute of the second game of the season. Whereas Milan have conceded 6 goals in their first 3 matches. Extremely concerning numbers. Now, let's talk about the game first a little bit. And obviously, first 2 minutes of this game, Lazio get an opportunity, of course. Nuno Tavares gets the ball out on the wing. He chips the ball over to Bulladia. As soon as Castellanos sees that ball go over his head, he blows right by Fik Tamori. Fik Tamori doesn't see him, so he blows right by him. Bulladia gives him the ball. Castellanos gives it right back to Bulladia, and he's easily in. He gets it through Magnan, who tries to challenge Bulladia, but luckily enough, Strahinja Pavlovic, who has been great the last game against Torino, against Parma, of course. He does a goal line clearance, and the game's able to stay 0-0. Then after, I was saying during my live stream, Milan could have used an early goal. That would have really helped lower their nerves a bit, of course. And luckily enough, as soon as I said it, Pulisic gets the corner kick, crosses it into Pavlovic, who gets his header on the ball, and boom, he scores. Milan's up 1-0 7 minutes into the game. And this is why we signed Strahinja Pavlovic. No, we don't have many tall center backs other than Malik Chow, and he's great for set pieces like corner kicks. And he showed today in this game why we signed him and how vital he can be for this team moving forward. And he scores that fantastic goal. And why wasn't Pulisic taking corner kicks last year more often? Because he put in some great corners this game today. And once again, questioning Pioli being an idiot as always. So Milan scored that goal. But then, guys, the frustrating part after that goal is Milan didn't really threaten that much. Sure, Milan dominated play. They dictated possession and tempo. But they didn't really threaten for a second goal in that half. And that's what's really getting on my nerves, guys. They're not clinical. They don't look like they want to get that second goal. They look very passive. And it's like they step back and let the other team dictate the play after and let them come at them. It is the worst possible way to be playing, especially under a new manager who needs to win over the fans and the locker room. And this is how they play. Extremely, very disappointing start to this season so far by Milan. It is just not good at all. So, first half is over. Lazio makes some changes, okay? They bring in 2 guys. They bring in Marusic and Isaksen because Baroni saw that Lazio was doing fuck all, of course. So he noticed that changes need to be made. That's what managers do, right, guys? So, as soon as he makes those subs, Lazio start playing really well. You know, they start getting some opportunities, of course. They're on the front foot, dominating play a little bit. And then after, when Milan were not playing well, and I was screaming at the TV for Fonseca to make changes around the 55th, 60th minute mark. I was screaming for the guy to make changes because 15 minutes into the half, nothing had happened for Milan. So I felt it was time for him to make changes. And damn it, was I right, because not even a minute later, Zaccagni's got the ball. And look at Milan's defensive line here, guys. You got Tamori Pavlovic and Tenicano literally diagonal from each other. It's a horrid defensive line. Then you got Emerson Royal right beside Zaccagni. Look how high he is up the field. All Zaccagni's got to do is make one little through ball, and look how wide open that right is. And that's exactly what happened, guys. Zaccagni makes the through ball in. Buladia gets the ball. He gives the ball to Nuno Tavares. Okay, Tavares puts in a cross right to Castellanos. And Castellanos, of course, he's going to bury that every time. He scores. Milan's defense once again looking shaky and leaky. Lazio score, and it is a 1-1 game after 60 minutes. And then me, once again, screaming at the TV, demanding Fonseca to make changes. I wanted him to bring in Teo, Leao, and Abraham because Okafor was doing nothing. Chikwueze was doing nothing. Okay? Those guys were doing nothing. Terracciano wasn't having a great game. He was doing okay, but wasn't having the best of games. All right? So I wanted them to bring in those three guys. Fonseca waited another 5 minutes, and it ended up costing him because not even 4 minutes later, once again, Zaccagni's got the ball on the right side. He gives the ball to Nuno Tavares, and look at Emerson Royal. He's right beside him, and as soon as Tavares starts making the run forward, Royal loses him and gives up on the play. Tavares has all day to make the pass. Pavlovic gets beat by Buladia, and boom. Not even 4 minutes. Milan can see 2 goals. Lazio take the lead 2-1. And you think again, why has Paulo Fonseca not made any changes at the 60th minute mark? And it is now the 66th minute mark, and he is down 2-1. And then, Lord and behold, guys, 3 minutes after Milan conceded the second goal, he makes 4 substitutions. He brings on Musa, Teo, Leao, and Abraham. The exact substitutions I wanted him to make. So then not even a minute after he makes these substitutions, Pavlovic gives Leao the ball. Leao puts a nice little chip into Abraham. Abraham leaves it off for Rafa. Rafa on the one-timer gives it to Teo. Teo makes a nice little pass to Abraham. Abraham on the turn gives it to Leao. Leao hesitates for 1 second, takes the strike, and he scores. Ironically enough, Milan substitution scored. Wow, who would have thought, right? Baroni made the changes, Lazio started playing well, and as soon as Milan make the changes, they score. Ironic, isn't it, guys? Ironic, right? Then after Milan scored, 1 chance each for each team. Lazio had a chance. They go in, a through ball in. Look how easily they're able to get in, guys. It's pathetic, man. Castellanos has the ball on the wing, puts it into Zaccagni, but luckily enough, Mike Maignan makes the save, and Pavlovic clears it out. Then in the 90th minute, Milan had their opportunity. Pulisic passes it into Tammy Abraham. Abraham takes the shot, but unfortunately, Provedel makes the save. And Milan once again drop points, tying Lazio 2-2. And by far, guys, this is one of the worst starts in Milan's history, of course. And I saw this tweet, guys, from Milan Eye. Look what the tweet says. So from only 1938-39 and 1930-31, had Milan started worse this season in these 2 occasions, they only got 1 point in these 3 games. Pretty pathetic, eh, guys? And you know what's sad about it most is that we probably expected something like this because Milan once again hired an underwhelming manager, and clearly this manager has not gotten to his players, guys. The message is not getting to them. And the fact that Paulo Fonseca has refused to change formation yet, clearly seeing 3 games with the 4-2-3-1 does not work. He needs to play a 4-3-3. Enough of this 4-2-3-1. I like that formation myself, but with the players we have, guys, a 4-3-3 is the most suitable. Now, speaking of the players that we got, some of the acquisitions like Emerson Royal, my God, man. He is exactly what we thought he would be, guys. Tottenham, we did them a massive favor. We gave them 15 million euros for this garbage. I blame Jeffrey Moncada for this signing because Jeffrey Moncada wanted him, and this is why we have him. Now we got 2 pieces of garbage on the right side. And Lazio were exploiting that right side. You guys saw it in the game. Both their goals came from that side of the field. Okay? Horrendous scouting by Moncada and Milan's management. They should have never bought Emerson Royal. Horrible signing, okay? The fact that Milan didn't get themselves an official backup to Teo Hernandez is also another injustice. They should have got an official left back, somebody who could actually play that position. If not, you got to play Jimenez there. Okay, Terracciano cannot play on the left side. I think he's more suited as a right back, okay, as a backup right back. But the problem is you already got Calabria and Royal there. But guys, man, very discouraging going into the international break. Milan only having 2 freaking points, man, It is just so damn sad to see. You know, last year we started off 3-0 under Pioli. We were looking really good. And this year it is the complete opposite. Now, if Juventus beat Roma tomorrow, Milan is already going to be 9 points behind Juventus, guys. I don't even know what to say. If we should say the Scudetto race is already over. You know, Inter looking on fire. Juve look good. Napoli today came back from 1-0 down. I know Parma's goalkeeper got a red card. They had to put a player in, kind of like what happened with Milan and Genoa last year with Giroud. And then Parma had to put in a player in net. And then after, Napoli scored 2 goals in injury time. And Napoli's got 6 points now. Okay, out of 3 matches. You know, that's what a manager does, like Antonio Conte. He brings the spirit to the team and makes them work their ass off. And this guy here, Paulo Fonseca, has been extremely underwhelming. You know, he said these things like, oh, you know, you're going to see a different Milan tomorrow. Really? A different Milan? You know what, buddy? I didn't really see much of a different Milan in the second half. The first half, maybe, but in the second half, no, I did not. Things need to change formation-wise. And if this continues, they're going to have to make a coaching change. I know they're not going to sack him right now, but this can't continue all year. Milan cannot scrap this season because they don't want to pay another manager. If things continue to not work out in this team's favor, they have to sack Paulo Fonseca, guys. I am dreading that fucking derby in a few weeks' time, guys. We got Venezia after the international break, and then we got the derby. I'm shitting my pants, guys. I really am. I'm shitting my pants. I'm scared we're going to get humiliated again. I really am. I'm genuinely scared Milan is going to get humiliated by Inter again. I really am. And Paulo Fonseca, man, he is exactly what I expected. He is an incompetent manager, okay? He waited too long to make his substitutions like Stefano Pioli. He continues the same formation. He is being hard-headed, all right? And then he benches Teo and Leao, okay? He should have brought them in at halftime. He waited too fucking long. Okay, and by the time he made those subs, Milan's already behind the 8 ball down 2-1. Too late with the substitutions. Not a good starting 11. Okay, what the hell's going on with Chikwueze? You know, I don't like the way he's playing right now. Very, very horrible play. You know, he looked really solid in preseason, and now I see Chikwueze play like crap in Serie A. It's pretty evident that the level of play has gone down for Milan, and the locker room, I hope to God, man, it's not in shambles yet, but if this continues, shit's gonna get uglier for Milan. Milan's management, you freaking dummies, all 4 of you. This is your fault why this club is in this position. If shit doesn't turn around soon, I am going to blame those 4 people at the top. Giorgio Fellani, Jeffrey Moncada, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and that bum, Jerry Cardinale. Okay? All this talk about winning, and this is what you provide us fans? Garbage. Guys, that's it for this video. I've had enough talking about Milan for today. I'm so sick of this management, how they operate. I hate how they do things. They should have hired a better manager, and this is the way they do things, you know, and this is how this team plays. Sickening to me, guys. Honestly, I'm so sick to my stomach. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But thank you for watching this video, guys. Click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Guys, Forza Milan sempre as always, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you are more. Ciao, guys.